Stefan has always been driven by power and loyalty, especially when it comes to his family and romantic relationships. The idea that both his wife and his brother, two people he thought he could rely on, would conspire against him would be an unimaginable betrayal. Gabi and EJ targeting Stefan would hit him at his most vulnerable points, his pride and trust. Watching his own brother engage in a passionate affair with Gabi would fill him with rage and heartbreak. Stefan is not the type to handle betrayal lightly, and such a public and personal blow could push him to the brink. As the affair unfolds, Stefan's emotional state would likely deteriorate. He could become erratic, acting out in anger, or even resorting to desperate measures to regain control over his life. His once confident and strategic nature might devolve into paranoia and mistrust, leaving him alienated from allies who no longer see him as stable. Stefan might also struggle with whether he wants to fight for Gabi or simply seek revenge on both her and EJ. The professional consequences beyond the personal betrayal, the impact on Stefan's professional life could be devastating. The Dimera family is built on power plays and control, and losing face within the family would have severe ramifications. If EJ and Gabi's betrayal is carefully orchestrated, it could position them as a stronger alliance within the Dimera dynasty, leaving Stefan vulnerable. EJ is no stranger to leveraging personal conflicts for professional gain, and Gabi is a master at using her charm and cunning to advance her interests. Together, they could seize control of key Dimera assets, leaving Stefan outmaneuvered and sidelined. In the ruthless world of Salem's corporate and familial battles, this betrayal could lead to Stefan losing influence within the company, possibly even forcing him to relinquish his leadership role. As he scrambles to pick up the pieces, Stefan could become increasingly reckless, making poor decisions that further weaken his standing. His desperation to restore his position could leave him vulnerable to further manipulation by enemies and former allies alike. EJ and Gabi's plan. EJ and Gabi's plan is a multifaceted scheme designed not just to humiliate Stefan, but to strip him of everything he holds dear. It's clear that both EJ and Gabi have deeply personal reasons for wanting to see Stefan suffer. For Gabi, it's about revenge, divorcing Stefan and leaving him with nothing, while also savoring the satisfaction of seeing him shattered emotionally. For EJ, it's about regaining control and asserting his dominance within the Dimera family by taking down a brother he's long viewed as a rival. Their plan likely starts with the affair, which serves multiple purposes. First, it's a psychological attack, designed to torment Stefan with the sight of his wife in the arms of his own brother. But it's also a public spectacle meant to undermine Stefan's authority and credibility. The more Stefan reacts emotionally, the more they'll be able to paint him as unhinged and unfit to lead. However, the affair is only the beginning. Gabi and EJ would likely use the affair as a springboard for a broader strategy that involves both legal and financial moves. Gabi's divorce from Stefan could be a critical part of this, ensuring she walks away with key assets or shares that could be used to bolster her and EJ's influence within the Dimera Empire. EJ's skills as a lawyer would play a pivotal role here, helping Gabi secure a favorable divorce settlement that leaves Stefan with little more than his pride, if that. Furthermore, Gabi and EJ could manipulate Stefan into making mistakes, perhaps by goading him into rash decisions or traps that further undermine his position. By the time the dust settles, Stefan could be left with nothing. No wife, no power, and no standing within the family he once controlled. The ultimate outcome. The betrayal could lead to a full-blown war within the Dimera family, with lines drawn and loyalties tested. Stefan might try to claw back some power, but he would be facing a united from EJ and Gabi, two of the most ruthless players in Salem. The bitterness of the betrayal might push Stefan to explore darker paths for revenge, including making new alliances with enemies or resorting to blackmail and sabotage. In the end, this betrayal would be a turning point for all three characters. For EJ and Gabi, it's a power move that could elevate them to new heights within the Dimera hierarchy if they can keep their own partnership from unraveling. For Stefan, it's a devastating blow that could either destroy him or lead to a dangerous new chapter as he seeks retribution.